The first question is from Joanne, who says, Rishi, I'm surprised you have so much support. I did vote for you in 2020, but many did not even know you were running. And now, as if the whole world knows you're running with the hundreds of lawn signs that you have. I'm actually surprised Anna Eshoo has not kept up with you. We cannot see her lawn signs. Has she given up in this race? Has she given up? So, good question, Joanne. So essentially, my summary of Anna Eshoo is 44 years. She has spent 44 years in political office. She has accepted over $4.5 million from Pharma, from gun system manufacturers, from a wide variety of industries. And she has unfortunately legislated and sponsored only 4 trivial bills, but she has claimed 50. The 50 is not right. And as the op-ed piece from yesterday in the San Mateo Daily Journal mentioned, she is a statistical disaster in all numbers, whether it's in terms of age or in terms of action. And she had 44 years in political office, but she has only done 4 trivial bills. And she has sold out to Pharma, unfortunately. And that's the nature of what's been going on. 1 million people have died due to the opioids. And since 1999, that's a staggering number. And unfortunately, Anna Eshoo could have done something about it, but she did not. She did not lift a finger also. And she has failed women's rights, like I just mentioned. So my agenda is to get things done. This is a very, very powerful seat to be in Congress representing Silicon Valley. And I wish she had done something substantial. Interestingly, when the world was reeling with like gun violence and a few months back, and with Uvalde, and then with the Supreme Court and the reproductive rights at stake, Anna Eshoo was actually creating a legislation on loud TV ad noise. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. If you go to her Twitter, you will see a lot of people were actually calling it out, and it was a little bit hilarious, some of the messages that were being posted. But that's the nature of a little bit out of focus, or perhaps out of touch, or perhaps been there too long. I don't know what the problem is, but I can tell you this, Joanne, that I will accomplish more in my first 2 years than you have seen in the last 30. Now, let's look at the primary election where she performed the worst 48% in her career in 30 years. And, what she did was she chose to run TV ads, lots of TV ads on primetime television. And while we were running campaigns on digital and the more cutting edge platforms of how we connect with people, how we conduct outreach. And this is what we were doing. There's a core difference. Now, she did not send out any mailers, perhaps because we had caught some of the fallacies of her 2020 mailers. You can find them at rishikumar.com/deceptive. And those mailers, there were a bunch of inaccurate statements in there, and you can find them. And so perhaps that was the reason why Anna Eshoo did not do any mailers, but decided to stay with the TV ads this time. We don't know what the campaign strategy is going to be, but we haven't seen a campaign lately. Like you say, Joanne, we haven't quite seen it. Obviously, we are dominating with lawn signs. We have received hundreds of requests, and we are fulfilling them, and we are actually running behind. So if any one of you watching have not received your lawn sign, please be patient with us. We are scampering, trying to get them all fulfilled. Our polling shows that Anna Eshoo is at 35%. She's in trouble. And you would think that Anna Eshoo would step up. But she has unfortunately not taken charge in Washington in the last few decades. But also she's not taking charge here in Silicon Valley with serious competition in this election. She actually did a couple of lackluster attack ads against us, and it did not resonate with people, and eventually they were pulled. And seemingly the campaign team, Anna Eshoo's campaign team, is out of energy and out of ideas. And Silicon Valley needs engaged leadership, not inaction. So this is the classic David versus Goliath fight happening. And Goliath was never in that situation. We have read up quite a bit on that, and we have been reading about it since 2019, a few stories on that. And essentially, this is the reason why we are going to win, because we have a campaign team of hundreds who believe we are going to win, and they're immersing their blood, sweat, and tears into this campaign. my gut is Anna Eshoo knows that her back is against the wall, and she has never been in such a situation. They might be a little confused right now. And I've been in this situation ever since I stepped foot in America, in a new world, in completely new scenarios. And I've always been stepping up all my life. In my corporate day job, I would step up and try to get stuff done because I knew my job would be in jeopardy if I was not doing that. I was constantly trying to find problems to solve and establish my place. And that was the case in graduate school as well. I was trying to churn out research papers. I was trying to do my bit to ensure that my funding, my research assistantship funding would continue and that I would have a place in the university. So I've been scampering all my life. And that's the reason why, Joanne, we are going to win. And, I would like to say that you cannot expect Washington to change and America's problems solved if we keep sending the same people to Washington who have caused the problems in the first place. So I say that it's time for Anna Eshoo to pass the torch. And it's time for getting things done, high-tech executive Rishi Kumar to take that place. And I can guarantee you we'll take on big challenges and we'll get them addressed, because this is our track record in the city of Saratoga. Take a look at the homepage, rishikumar.com. You will find some very interesting insights in terms of why you may want to consider supporting Rishi Kumar, and also look at how I am different. That's one of the many choices where you can compare and contrast Rishi Kumar with Anna Eshoo. It's very simple. It'll take you 2 minutes to do this. But Joanne, I truly appreciate your question.